Welcome into the Slobberknocker Sports Podcast, episode 96. I'm here. Uncle T's here. He's got his Voodoo Ranger.
Yep.
We're ready to roll here, talking everything Week 5 NFL, Week 6 college football. Make sure if you're new to the channel, Make sure if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below. Check out our college football show, which will be up tomorrow as well, and we'll have our picks on there, our best bets, and all that good stuff. But we're going to dive right in. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Had a great week of college football last week. Some tremendous matchups, games that came down to the wire. That game of the week where College Game Day was at Penn State went to overtime in the whiteout. Big game. James Franklin delivered as he always does. A loss, that is, for the Penn State Nittany Lions. And Dan Lanning did not turn into a meme after saying the game is over with 11 minutes to go and then going to overtime and damn near losing.
Yeah, I thought that's what he said. I was like, that's kind of bold. He did like it was almost like a throat slasher. Like he was like, yeah, that's a wrap or whatever.
And then they blew the 14-point lead and went to overtime and actually were down.
Well, I mean, to be fair to him, first of all, you never do that, but it did look like a wrap. Penn State looked like they couldn't gain 30 yards, let alone score 2 touchdowns, but that's college football for you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but
James Franklin found a way to lose it like he always does.
Yes, he did. He sure did. All right, let's dive in. And I'm going to start with my Brookie of the Week. My Brookie of the Week is going to go to your boy, Lane Kiffin.
Oh.
We had Lane come out. His daughter was dating the star linebacker for LSU. And good old Lane got it done, got his revenge from last year, got the win over LSU at home. Big win for Ole Miss, big win for their program. They are on the fast track to make the college football playoff after that big win. And sober Lane, getting it done, trying to bring Ole Miss to their first college football playoff ever. And he was on the Pardon My Take podcast this week with Big Cat and PFT, and he was talking about how he may have sped up the plays a little bit in the first half because he wanted to make his daughter's boyfriend puke. So they went a little bit faster than they normally do. I think they ran like 50 plays in the first half. But how about my boy Trinity Chambliss delivering? Do we have Heisman odds on him yet? Is he in the Heisman conversation?
No idea. He won't win it, but he'll be up there.
But Trinity Chambliss, my
guy
boy,
ran out of fucking bounds like a dimwit.
That was pretty stupid. Was it third down and 3? All they had to do is run the ball up the middle, and he ran out of bounds, but they ended up going for it. Oh, look at that. 14-1. He wasn't even a known name 4 weeks ago, and now he's 14-1 to win the Heisman. How about
Who's
that?
favored to win the Heisman?
That's a good question because it can't be Fernando Mendoza after last week, can it?
Sir, there's no guy named Fernando Mendoza that's ever going to win the Heisman. Those are just the
What's
facts.
wrong with that name?
Nothing, but it's just it's a baseball name. You play baseball with a name like Fernando Mendoza. You don't win Heisman trophies.
Dude,
this is first-round draft picks in baseball.
This might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
All right, I'll tell you who it is. You're disgusted with it. Number one.
There's no way you get this because he's not been good.
Oh, it's the Oregon quarterback.
You got it.
Yeah.
How on earth? Dante Moore is the Heisman favorite. He was horrible last week. He did nothing.
He's quarterback on the undefeated team that just got the hot win. That's how that works.
He's plus 750.
And everybody else has been horrible. So
Jeremiah Smith is the second favorite right now for Ohio State at plus 1,000. And then
has he been doing that great?
I mean, I think it's just there's nobody else. This is one of the most wide open years I've ever seen.
All right.
Do you have a Brookie, or you want me to go to our bad beat of the week here?
No, go to the bad beat of the week.
All right.
My Brookie is Brookie.
Yeah.
No one like Brookie.
There isn't anybody like Brookie. She's still kicking at 15 years old. Now.
That dog's going to live to 30.
She might. She's going to outlive all of us. Okay, I was texting you last night. If you're unfamiliar, the Indiana Fever valiantly fought to the bitter end last night, and I would raise a Voodoo Ranger if I had one to the Indiana Fever for a heck of a run. No Caitlin Clark, obviously. They had lost Sophie Cunningham for the season as well. They were out multiple players. They had girls who weren't on the roster midway through the season starting in the playoff game, and then to add to the terrible situation, our girl, Cocaine Bear, goes down in the third quarter. They're down by 8 when she goes down. She's out for the game, and it's dire. It looks horrible. And Indiana makes an incredible comeback. And then you lose Aaliyah Boston to getting – she fouls out. She fouls out. So you cut out the heart and cut 2 legs off when you lost Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, and then you took off a pinky fingernail with Aaliyah Boston. So here's the situation here. The line on this game, this is the Swan dive of the week. As we're recapping, this was Game 5. Again, there's only 5 best of 5 in the semifinals for the WNBA. So the winner of this game advanced to the WNBA finals to take on the Phoenix Mercury, who are already awaiting them. They upset the Minnesota Lynx. And so we're in the 4th quarter. There's 27 seconds to go as we pick it up here, and Indiana trails by 2. Now, keep in mind, no Cocaine Bear, no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Aaliyah Boston. And
who the fuck was even playing?
Exactly. And so
Lexi Hull.
Lexi Hull. She did not play good last night. And so you're thinking at this point, right? If you're the Indiana Fever, you absolutely go for the win here. Okay, you're down by 2. There's 27 seconds to go. Yep. You have absolutely no shot to win this game if you go to overtime.
Yep.
And
go for the win.
You go for the win here. And what was Lexi Hull last night? She was 5 of 12, 0 of 5 from 3 with the season on the line. She was not good.
No,
okay.
She was thinking about a marriage coming up for her.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Anyway, it's another long story.
Yeah. So look right here. Swan dive of the week. Indiana Fever plus 8.5. So if you have plus 8.5 here, you really don't want Indiana to score here, but if you do, you want it to be a 3, right? You don't want a 2. The last thing you want here is overtime.
Right.
You know what can happen if it goes to overtime. So we're going to pick it up here. 27.1 to go. Lexi Hull inbounding, and Aja Wilson, for some reason, also this was a 5-second call, is going to gamble, and Odyssey Sims is going to drive and throw up this floater and somehow roll it in. She rolls it in with 22.5 seconds to go and ties the game.
Wow.
And so it's 86-86 now. If you have Indiana, you need a bucket here from the Aces, and they can hold for the final shot. You don't want overtime, as we see Aja gamble again there. I don't know what she was doing. Really think Odyssey should have pulled up for 3 at that point. She had a good look, but she went for the tie. She got it to go. Big shot. Odyssey Sims. Now, Chelsea Gray with it with 13 seconds to go. Aces holding for the final shot. They're going to go to Jackie Young, and Jackie Young's going to drive and get a wide-open layup here. Pretty much.
The fact that you know who all these people are.
She smokes the layup, and Jewel Lloyd comes in and smokes the second layup. You're damn right I know them all. And they missed 2 wide-open layups. And so if you are watching this, you see 1 missed wide-open layup. The putback is missed, and now we're headed to overtime. Wow. And that is bad news for Fever bettors.
What a treat.
Now we pick it up with 32 seconds to go. The Fever are down by 6. You're not looking great at this point. You have plus 8.5. All right? But they're going to put up a 3 here and bang it with 22 seconds to go. It's a 3-point game. You're catching 8.5 here. Okay? Next possession for the Aces. They get it into Jackie Young. She's their best free throw shooter. She's missed 1 free throw the entire postseason. I don't know why they didn't trap her, but they foul her quick. Young to the free throw line. She knocks the first one in.
Oh, Jackie. Yeah, what a sweet stroke old Jackie's got.
Jackie is 16 to 17 in the playoffs, and she knocks the second one in. It's back down to 5, up to 5. So you need a bucket here. Okay, and Odyssey Sims is going to drive. She gets a great look. They basically concede the layup. She misses it. Rebounds loose. Aja Wilson's got it, and they foul her. Now you're doing the math. And even if she makes both, you're okay, but 2 possessions could kill you. You need at least 1 missed free throw here to be 100% safe. Aja to the line. She's like 74% on the season. Knocks it down. First one. Second one with 12 seconds to go. This to make it a 7-point game is good. And now you're catching 8.5, and you need a bucket here, or at least you need a miss and no foul. Indiana's got to work quickly. They're down by 7.
No reason to foul if you miss. But
they get it in, and they airball it.
Oh, nice
now, I
shot.
believe had they just inbounded the ball here, the game would have been over. But for some reason, Becky Hammond calls a reset to that timeout. Stephanie White saying, no foul, just play defense. They don't want to foul here. She literally said, do not foul. There's 9 seconds to go. You're catching 8.5. You're just screaming no foul. The game is over. There's no way. And in the WNBA, they never foul. And it looks like she's just going to be overly aggressive. And then with just about 5 seconds to go, she takes the foul. And that sends Jackie Young to the free throw line. And she makes the first with 5.1 to go.
Jackie's never missing.
And now if she makes this one, you're in big trouble. And she does. Now, Stephanie White, to her credit, actually took her timeout here down 9. Most coaches wouldn't because she was pissed. She was trying to cover the spread. And look at this gem she draws up here for the cover play. Run the cover play! They throw it into Natasha Howard wide open, and she smokes the layup at the buzzer.
That's a pretty bad one.
And plus 8.5 is garbage. And you lose that bet if you had that ticket.
I can't believe you know all those people on the Aces. I know Aja Wilson, and I know Becky Hammond, and I think that's it.
I'm a professional here, and when I do a segment, I know my shit.
You fucking knew who they were before that.
I did not.
That was not homework.
This is not true. I did no idea who they were.
Bullshit. You know exactly who they are. You know all these girls.
Look, on the topic of WNBA, we haven't done a WNBA or not in a minute. I had one ready to go.
WNBA or not, sponsored by Voodoo Ranger.
Sponsored by Voodoo Ranger. I had it ramped up for last pod, but we had to do minimal editing, so we saved it for this one. And I think this is a good one here. I'm curious to see how you do. It's the first one in a while. I'm gonna launch this up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. It's time to play WNBA or not. It's coming in hot. It's coming in heavy. Here comes number one. Ready? Number one. WNBA or not.
Is that Lexi? Zoom in. Let's see how big the hands are. I'm going to say that's Lexi Hull. I have no fucking idea, but it kind of looks like her. Just like tan during the summer.
That is not Lexi Hull. That is
WNBA
Lexi Hull's. That is Lexi. That's not a WNBA player. That is Lexi Hull's twin. And she is not a.
Is it really? Yeah, that is such goddamn.
And you know who gave me that? You know who gave me that?
Such bullshit.
I love it. I gotta show. You know who gave me that? Who gave me that idea? My mother. She goes, "You'll get Turner with this one."
Wow.
On WNBA
Thanks,
or not? She goes, "Did you know Lexi Hull has a twin? You should use it on WNBA or not." And we got him, Bailey. We did it. Good job, Mom. All right, Mama got it done for me.
Golly.
He's 0 for 1. What a start.
Wow.
All right.
You shouldn't get credit for that.
No, that is. I deserve credit, and I had to really work to get a good picture of her that looked like Lexi because they're not identical. They're very close, but they're not identical. So that was a tough one. Okay. All right. Going on to number 2, and he's 0 for 1 right now.
That's some bullshit.
Number two. Here we go. WNBA player or not?
Okay, we'll zoom in. I guess we're not talking about the midget on the left.
No, we're talking about the one on the right.
Okay.
Is this a WNBA player or not?
No, it's not.
0 for 2, baby. That's Rebecca Allen of the Chicago Sky. I've got him rattled. He didn't think I'd throw the tall girl in there, did he? He thought I was going to go basic, but I'm one step ahead today. He's 0 for 2, and he's on the brink. He's got to go 3 straight now.
I haven't played this in a long time. I'm rusty.
Rebecca Allen of the Chicago Sky. Okay, now all of a sudden, it all comes down to every single one. You're on the you got
to get 3 in a row here.
You got to make par 3 straight holes here. All right. Number 3, is this a WNBA player or not? WNBA player or not?
Let me see what the shirt says. Zoom in.
I think it says Barbie.
Barbie something. Barbie Red Roses. Okay, that didn't narrow anything down for me. Did I feel like you just went? You do have my mind in a pretzel, if I'm being completely honest. I have no idea at this point. I don't even know what she'd play. She looked shorter in this. She could be a point guard, I guess. I'm going to say no. I feel like you went all WNBA players as one, actually.
No, because the first one was alternate.
All right, I'm going to say no, not a WNBA player.
All right, he's still alive. That's not a WNBA player. That is Zoe Aldcroft. She's USA rugby player.
Okay.
All right. He's alive, folks. He's alive. On to number 4. Number 4, WNBA or not. Is this a WNBA player or not?
Okay, we'll zoom in. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This looks like a character from one of Tyler Perry's films. The ones that they always say that you have to dress up to be like the Illuminati. You got to dress up to be in it. Dress up like a woman. That's why Cat Williams is not as famous as Kevin Hart. At least he claimed that on the Shannon Sharp show. Or Club Shay Shay. Is that correct, Bailey? I think it is. Thank you for the culture. Zoom in again. Let's get a little closer here. Let me see if I can see an Adam's apple up there. This is a tough one. Kind of looks like Tracy Chapman, who plays fantastic music. I'm a big Tracy Chapman fan. Goodness. Not a WNBA player.
Let's go. We've got it done. That is a WNBA player. That is Tiffany Hayes of the Golden State Valkyries. And I emerged victorious.
Gross.
Let's do the last one for good measure to see if he can go 1 out of 5.
Gross.
Oh, my goodness. What a round,
What
boys.
a round.
What a round.
Your mom's dead to me after that stunt she pulled.
All right, last one. WNBA player or not?
Looks like Floyd Mayweather Sr.
This is a good WNBA or not?
It really was. Yeah, you did a good job here.
Thank you.
I'm going to say this is an ex-track star, not a WNBAer.
1 for 5, folks.
Oh,
that is
God.
a WNBA player through and through.
Who is that?
And she actually plays on the Atlanta Dream. That is Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard.
She's been in all kinds of stuff. She looks like Dwight Howard, but female version.
She does. She kind of looks like the Wayans brothers, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Okay, well,
congratulations. That was a dominant performance.
that made my week. Whatever happens here on out, I'm happy.
That was dominant.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't get a lot of dominant performances on here.
Nope.
And
you got that one. That was
and
impressive.
I got this one. I was due for a win.
You really were.
Let's talk some NFL here, okay?
Thank God. Let's move on from the W.
I know you were
as much as I love the W.
Itching to talk about I know you're itching to talk more WNBA, but we'll move on for my sake. Okay.
All right, short segment, hijack the show here
Go
because
ahead.
we're going to NFL.
All right.
What should we do about the tie situation? You can't go 40-40 and they're ending a tie.
It's a good
you just can't
point.
do it.
No, here's what
I know
think.
McAfee says like a kickoff, which like a kick. Well, it's like, first of all, the whole point of that is, listen, we may have like one tie a year, maybe two. So he's like, whatever, go to like a penalty shootout type deal where the players aren't playing and the kickers kick. And, he's for the brand. I know he's a big kicker, loves the kickers. But I don't know what you do. I just think they should just play it like college overtime.
So that was my take. So my take is this. I actually what I would do is I would say it's you play from the 30-yard line. You do it a little bit farther back from the 30. And you cannot kick a field goal.
I was thinking that earlier today.
So you get
so it's 4 downs.
Four downs to score.
And you have to go for 2.
You got to go for 2.
Yeah.
And so that will make it likely end in the first overtime. If it doesn't, it goes to a second overtime. And if it doesn't, then you go to a 2-point off like college. For the NFL, for college, in my opinion, because A, they play less games.
Right.
And B, it's not as physical as the NFL. I don't like the 2-point conversion. I think that shouldn't happen till like the 5th overtime. If you're still tied at that point, sure. But I think you could go 3 or 4 overtimes at least. For the NFL, I understand it. And you have these guys sometimes going Sunday to Thursday. I understand. So for me, you want to even just do 1 overtime. Each team gets a possession, 2-point conversion. You don't get it. Each team goes a 2-point conversion. Or you could do, I don't think they would do this because it would extend the game too long. You just continue the same way you have it now, only you keep playing until one team scores. Like, so let's say how it happened where Dallas kicked the field goal, Green Bay kicked the field goal. Now the next team to score wins,
Correct.
and there's no time on the clock because the time scenario doesn't make any sense to me. And especially the fact that they've shortened the overtime period. We've gone from 15 minutes to 10 minutes.
Which
I
doesn't
don't
make a lot
understand
of
that.
sense.
Why?
I mean, if you're going to let each team match each other, you should play a full 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
Then, yeah.
10 minutes is too short.
I'm actually okay with it. If it ended a tie after 15, that's fine. It's just
Sure.
way more unlikely as well. So, yeah, I don't know. We sat there and watched Cowboys game for 4 hours, ends 40-40 in a tie. It was a great game. It's just,
disappointing ending.
Yeah.
It's not. It felt
Yeah.
unfulfilled one way or the other. I also it very well could have not ended in a tie because of the clock management failure of Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. Jordan Love damn near threw that ball with no time left, and the clock almost ran out. I don't know what they were doing there. When they got the first down at like the 13-yard line, they had a timeout left with 47 seconds to go. I don't know why they didn't use it and just take 3 shots at the end zone at that point. Instead, they ran a play, lost 3 yards, then burned their timeout, and then they ran the next play, tackled in bounds, and all of a sudden it's like, well, if we spike it, the game's over. We got to try to run a play. Couldn't get set in time. Then, ball barely hits the ground with 1 second, and now it's like, okay, well, we have to kick the field goal because it's that or we go one play from the 15-yard line, win or lose. So that's that. Yeah, I agree, though. Overall, the structure of overtime is flawed. I will say this. I am glad that they are letting both teams possess the ball regardless, because I hated the fact that if the first team who scored a touchdown, they win the game and it's over. Like, to me, that made no sense in a game. You're tied the whole way, and one team gets the ball to start the game, one team gets the ball to start halftime, so it's an equal playing field, and then in overtime we're going to not have an equal playing field, and whoever gets the ball first has an advantage on a coin toss. Hate that. So I do like the step they made. Don't like the timing. I think we should go to college overtime. Good point to start there. Hurt the Cowboys more because they are 1-2, but All of a sudden, the Packers are 2-1-1 now. So that was a shitty tie for them too. I mean, and it really messes up the playoff picture. Like
your dad was cracking me up about it.
He didn't get it.
Tie? He goes, what happens? I was like, it's a tie. He's like, well, is it good or bad? Well, it could be the end of the season. It could be beneficial. It could be horrible.
So we don't. He goes, so we don't get a win. And I go, no, we tied. He's like, we don't get a loss. No, that's correct. That's what a tie is. He goes, well, where does it go? It just goes in the tie. Like, look at the record. We're 1, 2, and 1. He's like, I don't get it.
Big Dog does not like ties.
Well, to be fair,
he did not serve his country in Vietnam for NFL ties.
We had to go there, didn't we?
Well, he didn't.
Question: as we we don't have a ton of like set topics today, so I've got a few things for NFL. But question: do you like that we're doing these 8:30 kick, or for Eastern time 9:30 kick London games, or we had whatever was it Ireland last week?
I don't really give a shit. Usually bad teams play there, and I usually wake up about 8:30, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with it. I think if we do it, we move to the I like double headers on Monday night. I want a 6 o'clock start, and I want a 8:30 start. Whatever. It doesn't have to be 9:30, but like I want to see 3 quarters of the other game.
I think they should be staggered entirely, in my opinion. Started early.
That would be fine.
Started
too.
at 5:30.
You could start an East Coast game at 5. Like 6 on the East Coast, 5 Central.
Yeah.
And you could start the West Coast game at 8:30.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, that's what it should be. I didn't even watch.
I watched neither of those games.
That's the first time for me in 20 years that I did not watch a single second of Monday Night
That's what
Football.
happens when you have a girlfriend, dude.
It is.
A girlfriend and a dog. That's what happens.
It is. However,
we're slowly losing them. Big Dog's worried, Bailey. He's disgusted. He's worried.
Moving on.
Hey, Bailey, the kid's going to come out black like Steve Nash's kid. I had to say it. It just came to my mind. Dylan's going to be in the hospital. It's going to be like one of those Steve Nash, Jason Richardson moments. It's a little chocolate baby come out. And Big Dog's going to be there and go, what happened? I know we have to cut that, but yeah, I wish
I'm not cutting that.
I love it. Little chocolate baby.
Oh, my God. All right. Let's get back on to sports here. We were talking. How did we get from the London game to that? I have no idea.
No, it's because you weren't watching Monday Night Football.
Oh, that's right. You brought up that's what happened when you have a girlfriend. Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Quick couple questions, topics, and we'll go through this. I'm going to give my top 5 contenders for the Super Bowl right now. Okay? These are like my NFL power rankings. Can you stop?
No, I can't. It's just in my head now, and I can't stop. And we have Joanna Mann on the screen up there. It's just such a... Everything about it's funny.
We're going to take that off there. All right.
I'm going to give the air went back up to 80. You turn that air down over there.
It is. It's a slide shop in here.
This is nonsense. Did he go back up to 80 on it? I'm going to call him right now. This is going to be live on the air.
Well, as he's doing that, because I don't think Big Dog's going to answer.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I'm going to give.
Please.
I'm going to give my.
He's going to love my grandbaby coming out black joke, too. But I'm just going to give him a call.
All right, go ahead.
And I need him to turn the air down. Tell him I might stroke out in here if he doesn't keep that air up or down.
Is it even going to ring here?
I don't know.
In this,
I got to go find his number.
Come on, bro. You don't know Big Dog's number by heart?
No. It's just I don't know it by heart. I have it on the group chat here.
You know my number?
Yeah. You and me have the same one since like middle school. You're 8-3. We don't need to say it on there. You're 83688.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're 81816. I won't say the last two.
Please.
Look at that. I can't. Turner knows my number. Look at that. We got a live phone call incoming here from Big Dog. Let's see if he answers. What a treat this would be. 2 rings is not good. He does have me muted.
Hey.
That fucker has me muted.
I want to tell you something. I can't work in 80-degree heat. You quit jacking that air up on me. I went to 78.
You can go to 70. I'll give you 76 today.
Okay, 76, Bailey. Did you go to 76? Okay, all right, sounds good.
Tell
I was just starting. Dylan said he didn't watch any Monday Night Football. I said, this is what happened when you have a girlfriend. And he's talking about kids. I said, that baby's going to come out black. It's going to be like the Steve Nash thing.
Well, let's just say it this way. You know that little Dallas Cowboy one he doesn't like me putting on the air, that little Downey kid?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Okay, well, you can't air that. See, we got to cut that. That was a good phone call. Well, I know that's what could happen.
This is why I'm not. You're making me have to edit this, bitch.
Well, we got to put Dylan to work. He hadn't edited anything in weeks. Yep. All right. We'll have you on next week. We'll go to 76. Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you.
Ridiculous.
All right. Bye.
All right. Anyway, we're going to move on from this bullshit now.
He's a showman, Bailey, at all times.
We're going to move on from this bullshit. Yeah, he said Downey.
Yeah, he said Downey. That's what he does.
Okay.
All right.
My top 5 NFL Super Bowl contenders, according to Dylan. Okay?
Credit to me is LA Rams are going to be on there. He called me a fool for saying they were going to be on
I
there.
didn't
Go
say
ahead.
you were a fool. I said you were a fool for putting them on there last year. And
No.
then they started
We'll run the tape back. You said no. Believe when I said the Rams are going to play the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
you
I don't
said
think they can go to the Super Bowl.
No shot.
I just think they're a top 5 team right now, but I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay. Coming in at number 5, we're going to go with the LA Chargers. They did stumble this week, but they're 3-1. I think they have the second best coach in football right now in Jim Harbaugh. Justin Herbert's been phenomenal. I question the receivers on that team. I do have a bit of a concern after watching the run defense last week. Scattaboo had a great day against that defense. That said, the Giants came in 0-3. They had nothing to lose. The Chargers were 3-0, obviously feeling themselves a little bit. Jaxson Dart's making his first career start, and Jaxson Dart was awesome as a dual-threat quarterback. He wasn't like a phenomenal passer. He, I believe, was only 13 of 20 for 111 yards and a touchdown, but he ran it 10 times for 54 yards and a touchdown. He scored on the first drive of the game, got the crowd into it, and the defense of the Giants played well. I just think the Chargers overall, from what I've seen, they're the best team in that division, and I think they do actually have a legitimate chance to win a Super Bowl. I don't think they will, largely because their second-best receiver is Quentin Johnston. But I like the Chargers. I like the direction they're going. Coming in at number 5, the LA Chargers. Coming in at number 4, we're going to stay in the same city, and we're going to go to the Los Angeles Rams. Again, do I think this team is a legitimate Super Bowl contender? No. I think they're too old, and I think Stafford will have trouble holding up over the entirety of the season. I don't trust Kyron Williams down the stretch. He fumbles too much. That said, this team should be 4-0. They lost at the Eagles week 3. Should have won, led 26-7 in the third quarter. Found a way to lose the game. Still had a field goal to win it. We all know what happened on the blocked field goal last week. But they beat the Texans and the Titans and the Colts, so they haven't beaten a ton of great teams. Also last week, I will put the caveat of Jonathan Taylor had a 40-yard touchdown run that would have put the Colts up 7. Came back for a hold. Colts had to punt, and then the Rams ended up scoring a touchdown. Glad for me because I had the Rams minus 3.5. But did they deserve to cover that game? Probably not. I don't think the Colts are that great.
Mitchell dropped the ball going in the fucking
Yeah,
game.
I mean, the Colts very well could have won the game, right? There was a couple of different things that happened that worked in the Rams' favor. That said, they should have won against the Eagles. So I think 3-1 is a fair record for them where they're at. Love Matthew Stafford. He's obviously my boy. I've always loved Matthew Stafford. I would love nothing more than the Rams getting back to a Super Bowl. Bills-Rams would be a dream for me. I hope you're right. I really do. I just don't think they're good enough offensively in the long run, and Stafford's health is going to be good enough to hold up for a 17-game season and then the playoffs for multiple rounds because they're not going to be the number 1 seed. He's going to have to win 3 playoff games to get to a Super Bowl. Don't see it happening. But like the Rams, and they're coming in at number 4, they look really good so far. Coming in at number 3, a team that looked like they might be in big trouble week 1, the Detroit Lions. They're 3-1. They've won 3 straight. Noodle Arm did not look good again this week, but the team as a whole looks like the team that they were last year. They really don't look like they've missed much of a beat without Ben Johnson. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Week 1, it didn't look good, and it's fair to say that after 3 consecutive good performances that was more of a fluke week 1 than it was them getting worse without Ben Johnson. It's not like the Bears have been tremendous offensively. They've been a little bit better this year. Remove the Cowboys game, and they're one of the worst offenses in the league still. Regardless, really like the Lions. I bet them early in the year to win a Super Bowl. I backed a couple of teams. They were one of them. Week 1, I was worried. I'm not worried anymore. I think the Lions, I think this could be their year. Early on, nobody's really talking about them. They talk about the loss of all those guys. But Dan Campbell and his 2 big testicles, he drags them across that field every Sunday, and he goes for it on every 4th down, and by God, does he get it. Mm-hmm. Dan Campbell and the boys have a legit shot to win a Super Bowl. They come in at number 3.
Until you have money on him, and you're in the room crying that he's got, just kick the field goal. Just kick it. Actually, that happened this week.
It did. Absolutely, it did. I think Big Ball Dan is dumb, but look, this is a segment I'm trying to sell them, okay? Can you understand that? I'm a showman. All right, Number 2, coming in at number 2, we're going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. They are the 30th. They are 30th in total offense in the league, and they're 4-0, right? So, look, defending Super Bowl champions, returned basically everybody on offense, still have a great offensive line, still have Saquon Barkley, still have A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, but Jalen Hurts, still can't throw the ball effectively. Great athlete, works in that system. They should have lost to the Cowboys. They should have lost to the Rams. They're lucky to be 4-0. And the defense doesn't look nearly what they were last year. Now, they're going to improve because it's what they do. Howie Roseman's probably going to make another move to make them even better because it's what he does. And they are a good organization, so they'll figure it out. They're likely going to be the 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. I think the Eagles have a legit shot to get back to a Super Bowl, so they come in at number 2. And coming in at number 1, the Buffalo Bills. Now,
no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
That's right. And the reason I have the Bills over the Eagles, even though from what I've seen from the Bills' defense.
Wow, dude, you just stole this list from ESPN.
No, I didn't.
It's the same list.
Well, how about that? Look at me. I'm a professional.
No, we got the Eagles 1.
Yeah, see, so
and
I didn't.
First of all, some woman probably wrote this article, so take it easier. It was probably Monica McNutt or whatever the fuck her name is wrote this article.
That Monica McNutt was interviewing
Drewski.
Yes. Thought Deion Sanders or Barry Sanders was Shadur Sanders.
Yes, correct.
That was classic.
Jeremiah.
I honestly
about lost. I mean, he was.
How do you?
How is this person on there?
Wearing a Detroit Lions jersey. How do you recover from that live on air? That must have been really, really tough. I would have just walked off the set. Anyway, are you going for your second Voodoo Ranger?
Yeah.
That's kind of sacrilegious to take the monk off the Voodoo Ranger.
Well, he'll get on the empty Voodoo
I'm
Ranger.
just saying. I don't know if that's okay, but whatever. We're a family show here. We're very religious, pro religion here. Honor thy father and mother.
I'm just here with a bunch of heathens. Me and Big Dog go to church, unlike some people here.
Go to church when you feel like it. Big Dog goes to church. Big Dog goes to church when he needs something, okay? You two are heathens, all right? I pray on my own time. All right, anyway, moving on. All right. Wrong. Wrong.
I was going to do the Mari. The lie detector determined you are not the father.
Okay. Back to the kids thing. Okay.
I wasn't even trying
to do that. Can I finish talking about the Bills here? The Bills are the number 1 team.
The Bills are the best team in football.
The Bills, but here's the thing. I really don't know that it's like clear cut. Again, they should have lost to the Ravens week 1. Everybody's flawed this year, but
they look like shit against the Saints.
Yeah, their defense is 30th in DVOA. They're not great against the pass. They got run on by Alvin Kamara up and down the field. Spencer Rattler put up 28 points on them, but they have the best player in football, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the best player in the NFL. It's not close anymore. I really don't think it is. I don't think Lamar Jackson touches him. I don't think Patrick Mahomes touches him. You can say what you want in the playoffs, but Josh Allen doesn't have Andy Reid. He doesn't have Travis Kelce, even though he's old now. He doesn't have that defense in Spagnuolo, right? He's got none of what Patrick Mahomes has, and if he did, he'd have multiple Super Bowls. Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. That's not a hot take. That's the truth. He's been better than Patrick Mahomes for the last 2 seasons. Okay, he was better than him in the playoff game. That's the fact of the matter. Love Patrick Mahomes. Overall in his career, is he better than Josh Allen? Yes. Right now, is he better than Josh Allen? Absolutely not. And nobody is. He's the best player in football. It's not close. Okay, so my number 1, Buffalo Bills. Now, question to you. Of those 5 teams, who are the most likely to reach the Super Bowl?
Rams and Bills.
That's not going to happen. The Rams are not the most likely team in the NFC. That's bullshit.
They're my most likely team.
No,
in the NFC.
Okay, give me the reason why.
Because their defense is pretty good, and I trust Matthew Stafford.
You trust
And they got Devontae Adams, who's a pro's pro and has been playing very well.
He actually has been playing
Puka Nacua is the best receiver in the NFL right now. I mean,
Justin Jefferson, but he's been playing better than Justin Jefferson.
I'm saying, yeah, sure. Justin Jefferson's overall, but right now it's Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
And he has Devontae Adams as a Batman Robin. Kyron Williams is a serviceable back. They run the ball well enough. The defense is a top 10 in the league. And they have a Super Bowl winner in Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
Rams are going back to the Super Bowl. Rams, Bills.
Okay, I like it. Let's do
the Ravens. I mean, the Eagles win games not being able, with 0 passing yards. So
they're the worst passing offense in football. Okay, one question to you, and then we're going to move on from the NFL here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're going to do a quick preview of the big games this week. Of the coaches currently on the hot seat, which coach is most likely to be fired first? currently who is the most likely fireable coach in the next to be likely to be fired in the next 3 weeks?
It should be the Titans coach, but that organization's run by a woman, so it won't be her.
So you don't think Brian Callahan gets fired in the next 3 weeks if they lose their next 3 games? If they go 0-7, is he still there?
No, he'll probably get fired at that point. But if he wins one, I mean, I don't know. I think you're going to see the Dolphins.
You think McDaniel's gone first?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if their owner's the type to just fire him, but it just depends because they play Carolina. They play at Carolina, right? They need to win that game.
That's who they have this week?
Say they lose 3 in a row. They lose to Carolina, the Chargers, and lose in Cleveland, then he's gone, right?
That's fair.
I think if he wins one of those, he'll stick around. He's going to get fired at the end of the season. That experiment's over. Tyreek Hill's done for the year, so it's like.
Yeah, that sucks. I will say I think it's Callahan, and I think if Callahan loses this week, he's gone. I think, but here's the thing.
Well, Cam Ward's tired of him. The team sucks anyway.
And look, Cam Ward's not been good either.
He's been bad.
He's been horrible, and it's not just the play calling. He's. I'm not saying it's hard to judge a guy who's a rookie with a coach who is that incompetent. I'm not going to grade him on this year, but I've seen no improvement through 4 weeks. I mean, I've seen him this week, week 3. He had the first 2 weeks. Week 3, the second pass or the first pass of the game, he throws a swing route for the worst pick 6 I've seen from any quarterback all season. So, to me, I need to see some improvement from Cam Ward. Now, is he mentally maybe checked out because he doesn't like Callahan? Very possible. So early, if you're the Titans, you have to get rid of him because you're just starting off on such a bad foot with a guy who you're investing a lot in. You're not going to draft a quarterback the next 2 years. You just drafted Will Levis. It didn't work out. Now you draft Cam Ward. They're not going to punt on Cam Ward in one season. So why are you sticking with a guy that you know is not going to lead your team anywhere? He's more than incompetent. He's one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. What's my boy's name who coached the Broncos? Nathaniel Hackett. I would put Nathaniel Hackett as the worst ever.
No, Nathaniel Hackett's a fucking genius. It's just these guys that play for Nathaniel Hackett that are
what?
Not the smartest folks.
Oh yeah.
He gets along with guys like
Russell Wilson was his quarterback that year of the Broncos.
Yeah, that's right. He loved them. It's just Russell didn't play well. Listen. Nathaniel Hackett and Rodgers are the 2 smartest guys in the entire league. Okay?
Regardless, I'll finish this by saying the Titans.
By the way, Steelers 3-1, gonna have another winning season.
By the way, they're not gonna. No,
yes,
I'll bet you right now they won't. They have a negative. They're the only team who has a winning record right now with a negative point differential.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just telling you. I'll bet you right now a case of Diet Coke. I'll bet you a case of Diet Coke right now.
How would they have a negative? Did they just lose one game by 50 points or something?
They got killed the only game they did, and they've won every game by like 1 point. They won by 3, 3-1.
They were beating the game they played. Now it was a Dublin game, so whatever. They beat the shit out of the Vikings.
Yeah, well,
the Vikings
Carson
just came by at the end. Yeah, back at the end. But yeah, they beat the shit out of the Vikings.
I'm just saying they're the only team with a winning record right now in the NFL with a negative point differential. That's a true statement because that's what Mike Tomlin does. And yeah, could Mike Tomlin go 8-8? Could he go 8-1? Sure. He's gonna go. Let me tell you, he's gonna go 7-10. They're gonna win 4 more games.
You're nuts. Okay. Yes, Diet Coke bet for sure. They play the Browns and the Bengals the next 2 games. They're gonna be fucking 5-1.
Yeah, I think the Browns.
And they play the Bengals again.
They'll lose one of those.
And they play the Dolphins. And they play the Browns.
Ready? They're gonna lose one of those 2 games. They won't win. They won't win both. They're
gonna finish 9-8.
Okay, so let's say they win one of the next 2. That's gonna be 4 wins. Packers loss. Colts loss. Chargers loss.
Now they'll probably
Bills
win. It's
loss, Ravens loss, Lions loss, Ravens loss. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I think they're gonna have a tough time.
They're gonna win 9 games.
I'm telling you. I think
maybe 10.
Well, it's on record. We have the bet. I won the last bet that we made on the show.
No. You won the last bet. You're 0 in the last. You said Mike Tomlin was going to have a losing season the last 5 years, and you've been wrong every single time.
Bailey, we've only been doing the show for 2 years.
Yes,
He's sounding like Big Dog over here.
Yeah, well, that's 100% true.
He's sounding like Big Dog over here. The last 17 years, he said they're going to have a losing record. No, I said it last year and the year before.
Oh, no.
And they won one game. They went 500 and over by 1 game and lost in the first round of the playoffs. Now, I said at the beginning of this year, I think this is the year that he has a losing season. If they go 9-8 and lose in the first round of the playoffs, I won't be shocked because it's what he fucking does every year. So
that's what he's going to do.
Bailey,
It's going to be a winning record.
Bailey, you have something to say? Oh, thank you, Bailey. Thank you.
Bailey, you're about to get dropped kicked in the fucking back of the head.
97 days. It's been 3,000 and early finish. It's been 3,000.
Bailey, it really is something you going after
Uncle
the black.
Baby Billy says it's been 3,097 days since Mike Tomlin's last playoff win.
It really is something that you're going after the black delegation. I expect it from as Big Dog would say, a like Dylan. We got Bailey likes the blacks.
Oh.
He gave a black power fist.
Yeah, he did.
There.
He's doing the black power fist.
For Memphis.
We're completely off the rails here. All right.
You know what? Let's just stop talking sports. Let's talk about Trump rolling into the National Guard at Memphis.
Stop. All right.
We're gonna thoughts, concerns.
All right. Cowboys.
Cowboys
at the Jets. The Cowboys are laying 2.5 points to the Jets. Can Dallas find a win this week after that offensive explosion without CeeDee Lamb last week?
Yes. My God, the offense is a juggernaut. Yes, they're going to win this game by a field goal.
Okay. You like the Cowboys? I think the Cowboys.
27-24
I think the Cowboys lose this game. I think this is a classic. Everybody thinks the Cowboys are going to win. They're laying less than a field goal here. Why? And I think the Jets actually pull the upset.
No, I think the Cowboys fucking suck. I'm just saying they're probably going to win the game by a field goal.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Jets here.
Yeah.
I just think that this is the spot they lose. By the way, Dak is playing really good. You got to hand it to him, man. He's playing awesome.
Good football.
He's playing very,
tell
very
you
good.
what,
He's worth $60 million, no, but
when the lights aren't bright and the games don't matter, Dak Prescott looks pretty good.
Yeah, and he finds a way to not win the game too, but he looks good doing it.
Correct.
Broncos and the Eagles. This is actually my upset pick of the week, and I don't like Bo Nix, and the Broncos are 2-2, and it's in Philly, and this makes no sense. This makes no sense, but I think the Broncos defense does enough here to force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, and the secondary will be able to hold up playing man coverage against those Philly receivers who normally nobody can do that against. And Saquon just hasn't been great this year for Philadelphia. I think this is where Philly's undefeated run comes to an end. I think they've won like 18 consecutive games with Jalen Hurts starting. It comes to an end here. Saquon Barkley, by the way, in 4 games, 77 carries, 237 yards, averaging just 3.1 yards per carry, and has just 3 touchdowns. And he's got just 14 catches for 70 yards in 4 games. Not been very good.
We don't pick many NFL games. We don't talk a lot about them, but I'm going to make my NFL total of the week over 44 in the Panthers and Dolphins. The Panthers defense is the worst defense I've ever seen in my entire life. The fact that they beat the Falcons like 30-0 at home is the weirdest
anomaly.
Yeah, just the two sides, Jekyll and Hyde.
Was it 30-0?
Yeah, it was something like 30. So someone told me the other day. It was like something like that.
It was 30-0.
Yes, 30-0, and they go to the Pats and get absolutely curb stomped.
What?
I mean, it was
6-0, and they were driving to score.
Yeah, and then it looked like Bryce Young was running around like a chicken with his head. I mean, they looked like the little giants out there playing the freaking Patriots.
I think they returned 2 kicks for touchdowns in the game,
something like
right?
that. One
or
for
one
sure,
and one down to like the 1 yard
out.
line. Yeah, it was.
And I think that
both
those.
bad.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some points in that game. I think both defenses suck. I think both those teams will be able to score on each other.
They averaged 10.7 yards per pass. The Patriots did in that game against the Panthers defense. Okay. Do you have my upset pick is the Broncos. Do you have like just anybody who's bigger than a 3-point underdog? Do you have an upset pick of the week?
It's not going to be the Titans, Bailey. See whether you're shaking your hand. Team sucks ass.
You know what? It wouldn't shock me, honestly, if the Patriots beat the Bills this week.
That's what I was going to say.
It really
I was
wouldn't.
Thinking about that one. I'm going to make my upset pick of the week the Raiders to beat the Colts.
Ooh, I like it.
The Raiders suck, but the Colts are playing above and beyond. They got beat. Genty was running the rock pretty good the week before. That just seems like your classic NFL Raiders by a field. I mean, I just think that game could go either way. So I'll say the pick. Raiders by a field goal.
The fact that the Colts are laying 6.5 here is wild.
That's a lot of points. And the Raiders do stink, but I don't think the Colts blow them out at all. So.
No, I like that pick. I want to do one more here. Or let's do a couple more.
Oh, the Giants and Colts the Giants and Saints is a pick 'em, huh?
Giants and Saints is a pick 'em. I know actually New Orleans is favored by a point and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting game. I just want to talk about it real quick. Noon kickoff. 2 1-3 teams, and honestly, the loser of this game is going to have a really tough time making the playoffs. Texans going to Baltimore. Listen to this. Houston is a 1.5 point favorite in Baltimore.
Well, it's because Lamar's not playing.
Oh, is he not playing?
Oh, no, he's out for like 3 or 4 weeks.
I was like, how does that make any sense? Okay. I didn't realize he was out for multiple weeks. Are the Ravens done here?
Well, yeah, it's going to be tough. If he can come back, if they can win 1 game out of 3, and then he comes back, then no.
They go Texans, Rams, Bears, but it's all at home.
Yeah, I think they could at least win one of those games.
Yeah.
Maybe even snake 2 of them out, because
Yeah.
they're still a decent team.
All right, let's see. Is Jaden Daniels back this week? Do we know? Is he playing? They're playing the Chargers in L.A. L.A.'s a 2.5-point favorite.
I'd take L.A. I just think I think Scary Terry's still banged up. He might try to play, but I'll take the Chargers.
Okay. I'm going to pull up real quick. We're going to go to college football here, and we're just going to talk quick college football. We have some good matchups this week. Is game day in Tallahassee? Is that where it is?
No, Tuscaloosa, baby. Vandy, fucking.
Is it actually?
Put some respect. Yeah.
No shit. Look at that, my boys.
And we got Bailey over there wearing his Pavia jersey.
I thought for sure that it would be at Florida State for Miami, Florida State, but I guess since the Seminoles lost last week, that it ruined it, because that's for sure where they would have been, in Tallahassee for 2 top 10 teams undefeated. But we have some good matchups this week. Let's just talk about some of the biggest winners and losers from this past week, or we can talk about, let's do this. Let's go trending up, trending down if we can. I know this is kind of tough on the spot here, but trending up, trending down from last week going into this week. I'll start, so I'll give you a second here. Okay. How about the Virginia Cavaliers? I gave them out as a pick on my website. Didn't have a good weekend, but did have a good Thursday and Friday. Virginia started off the season, second game of the year, losing to NC State, who's not all that great. And since then, they've won 3 straight. They win against Florida State, one of the weirder, cooler field stormings that we've seen. Guys were on the field ready to jump in there right as the play ended. Luckily, there were no flags on that play. But to me, Virginia's trending up, man. What a great job Tony Elliott's done there. They're number 24. When's the last time you saw Virginia ranked? Maybe Bryce Perkins, back with Bryce Perkins. And I forget, there's that one receiver they had who was really good, who's on, I forget what team he's on now. Anyway, Virginia, I think, has actually got a shot to compete here in the ACC. Chandler Morris, the former SMU quarterback, slinging the rock around the field. He did have 3 picks in the game against Florida State, but he actually made some big-time throws late in the game. He came back. They were up big, blew the whole lead, actually got down 7 and found a way to win the game. And in heartbreaking fashion, they were up 7 on the final play of the game, essentially. Florida State scores to send it to overtime, and it feels like, they're going to find a way to escape and win, and then Virginia battles back and wins. So trending up for me in the ACC, Virginia, that's my first trending up. You want me to go again, or you want to go?
No, my trending up's Texas Tech Red Raiders. By God, you spend a lot of money, you don't play a lot of people, and next thing you know, you're number 11 in the country.
That's right. If you play in the YMCA, legitimately, Smithson Valley could win the Big 12 this year. It's that conference is atrocious.
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely atrocious.
We go.
I mean, it's like watching 4th grade YMCA football out there.
We go.
Utah looks like the most inept football team I've ever seen out there the other week playing against Texas Tech.
Utah's a pretty good football team.
I'm looking at Texas Tech's schedule. Talk about jokes, man. They go at Houston this week, which honestly I hope they lose.
Houston's a good football team.
Home against Kansas. At Arizona
who you
State
said is a very good football
versus
team.
Oklahoma State, good for the Big 12. At K-State versus BYU versus UCF at West Virginia. They played 2 ranked teams the rest of the year, and they're number 25 and number 23, and they get them both at home. Oh, I'm sorry, Arizona State's on the road. Horrific schedule. Like, this is they're literally, this is the Indiana of last year, only it's worse.
So are they going to go to the playoffs?
Yeah, they probably will. Looking at the schedule.
Credit to me, I said that earlier on.
Well, now that said, I'll tell you this. Here's the thing: if they lose 1 game in the regular season and they lose the Big 12 championship game, they will not go to the playoff. I'll give you. They have to go undefeated and lose, or they have to go 1 loss and win. They can't lose 2 games, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would somewhat agree.
There's
with
just
that.
no way.
It depends how everything else shakes out, but I would agree with that.
To me, a 3-loss SEC team, a 3-loss Big Ten team is getting it over them with this schedule any day of the week. They played Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State in the non-conference.
Pine Bluff's tough this year.
Indiana only got in.
Turning that program around.
Everybody said that last year. If Indiana had a second loss, they would not have gotten in. They were the 10 seed with 1 loss. This is the exact same scenario.
Yeah,
the only difference is Indiana's loss was Ohio State. Tech has nobody on their schedule like Ohio State.
Tech could very easily lose 2 games, get into the Big 12 championship, and still get in.
Sure,
win that game.
Absolutely, they could. just saying.
I mean, I think ultimately, I'm going to say that they do get in, but I agree with what you said. I don't think they're getting in with a couple losses.
No, and it really helps.
Well, they could get in with a couple losses in a Big 12 championship, obviously.
Sure.
But
I'm saying if they have 2 losses and do not win a Big 12 title, to me, they are not getting in unless just a bunch of SEC schools lose 4 games, right? Like, it's going to have to be a weird deal. And you have a lot of teams on that SEC. Georgia could end up with 3 losses. LSU could end up with 3 losses. Texas, A&M. There's so many teams that could end up with 3 losses that would get in over them, in my opinion.
Vanderbilt's ranked 16. How disrespectful is that, Bailey? My God.
How about my Vanderbilt Commodores 5-0? Cash my Bet Your Baby Bet of the year in 5 weeks, over 4.5 wins.
That was impressive.
Just saying, got that one. Got them and Notre Dame in the first 5 weeks.
It's the craziest price. I mean, obviously, it was extremely juiced, whatever, but still, I mean, crazy.
Okay, I'm going to go. So Vanderbilt's a trending up for me, too.
Okay.
Vanderbilt's a trending up for me. They're 5-0. They're 1 game away from being bowl eligible for a team that was picked to finish, again, second to last or last in the SEC. They had a win total of 4.5. They win by 20 this week, put up 55 on Utah State. Their offense has put up at least 31 in every single game. Won by at least 20 every game. The first time they've done that since 1926 or something. Oh, first time ever. Thank you. They go to Bama this week. Huge game. Game day is going to be in Tuscaloosa. They obviously pulled off the upset of Bama last year at home as Bama was number 1 in the country. Alabama, weird spot, coming off of upsetting Georgia. Kind of a letdown spot here, but they're going to be focused from last year, remembering the loss from last year. So we'll see. Vanderbilt does not have an easy schedule going forward. They go at Bama versus LSU versus Missouri at Texas. Then they get Auburn and Kentucky at home, and then Tennessee. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, they win 7 games. That would be absolutely worst case scenario. I think they're going to win 8 games. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to beat LSU or Missouri. Maybe.
Not a believer, Bailey. Not a believer. Disgusting.
Well, look, I'm a realist here, okay? I like the Commodores. I want them. They gave up 35 points to Utah State last week. It was 21-21 at one point. I got to see, early on it wasn't. Early on it was 21-21. I'm rooting for. I hope they win every game except for Texas. I really do. I just think they're going to win 8 or 9 games, which would be, if you think about it, an incredible season. But when you're 5-0 and 16 in the country, you want more. I get it. I would too if I was a legitimate. I joke, I kid.
What's the latest on Pavia going for year 8, Bailey? They're saying he's going to get it.
Oh, Manziel's going to be on the sideline this weekend. Didn't know that.
They're going to lose.
Give me a trending up
or
go to trending down.
By 20.
Give me a trending up or go to trending down.
I'll lose by 20, but you know what? It's been a hell of a run.
Can I get a trending up or trending down?
Yeah. Oh, trending up or down?
Well, we're going to go to trending down now if you don't have any more ups.
Okay, my trending down. Yeah, God love them.
Arkansas?
I will go Arkansas. That's a good call, Bailey.
Sam Pittman. Fired.
Sam's gone. Bobby Petrino. The fucking man is back in the saddle.
How does he walk into that job?
Dude, if he had any ounce of dignity, any sense of humor, he would have showed up with a prostitute on a Harley with a neck brace on to his opening press conference. It would have been absolutely electric. The Hogs fans would be going nuts. Yeah, you show up, prostitute, Harley, neck brace. I think he's gonna get some stuff. I think they're gonna respond well under old Bobby. Players love Sam Pittman. They love playing for him. He just is not he's not the best recruiter. He's not an X's and O's guys. He's a hog molly. He's an ex-lineman. He loves the guys down in the trenches. But I always like Sam Pittman. I think he's one of the few last good guys that we had in coaching as far as for the players. But yeah, if you're really trying to build a serious program in the SEC, he's probably not the best guy for the job.
Yeah. Yep. My trending down. I don't even know who to. Oh, my trending down is going to be LSU. Brian Kelly just cannot. He just cannot get it done, and he never will get it done. And if I'm LSU, I get the buyout. I get it. Just cut ties. I mean, at the end of this season, I think they don't even make the playoffs. Nussmeier looks so underwhelming. He was when Arch said he wasn't coming back, not that Arch has been good, but preseason he was going to be number one, and then Arch said, oh no, I'm going to come back for another year, or his grandpa said that, and then Nussmeier became the projected number one overall pick. So heading into the season, he was the number one overall prospect for the NFL. I wouldn't touch him in the first round. I really wouldn't. I don't see it. He looks worse this year than he did last year. The defense is improved, but not enough to compensate for the downgrade of the offense. And for 3 straight years, they cannot run the football. I don't get it. They had one of the best offensive lines in football last year, and they couldn't run the football. They have a good offensive line, one of the best recruiting classes in the country this year. They have a good running back in Caden Durham. Cannot run the football. I don't get it. I know he didn't play last week against Ole Miss, but they are trending down. To me, LSU is going to win 8 games this year, maybe 7. And if I'm LSU's fans, I'm asking for Brian Kelly to be removed. That's just you have the precedent of the last couple coaches. It was Orgeron and it was Les Miles, right? So the last 2 coaches have won national championships. That is the standard at LSU, to win a national championship, to compete for the SEC. Brian Kelly has not and will never do that.
Coach O should just be the permanent head coach at LSU.
I thought actually it would be kind of awesome to bring him back.
He's like he's kind of like the Queen of England.
You want to hear my prediction?
He is the king of the bayou. You could have other people actually running, but he's like with the headset on, talking with the, doing all that shit. His story on Part of My Take about how they told him he was fired, and then they didn't end up hiring. Jimbo Fisher wasn't coming or something, so they called him, and he's like, hey, you want to coach the team? And he's like, yeah. He said he was flying 95 miles an hour down some highway through the swamps, listening to Born on the Bayou the whole way to LSU. And I was like, that sounds like Coach O. He should be the permanent head coach. But, I don't – who do you think LSU should hire?
I'm just going to say who I think it's going to be.
It's going to be Kenny Dillingham.
Well, I like that. That's a good
Chip's calling him an answer.
No, don't answer it. That's a good prediction. But here's who I actually think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Joe Brady, because he was the OC there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's been doing a really good job in Buffalo. So I actually think
I don't know if Joe Brady wants to deal with all that. He probably likes coaching. He probably likes coaching Josh Allen, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm just saying I think that's who they might go after. Okay. Anything else in college football? Or are we good?
I don't have anything necessarily. Yeah, that's about it for me.
All right, well, let's move. I think we're done, right? We have anything else?
Oh, yeah, we got our ass kicked in the fucking Ryder Cup. My God.
Dear
They
God.
made it respectable on Sunday, but we got our dicks kicked in. It was pretty bad. Yeah, there's not much more to say about that. But, yeah, I did think Team Europe was a better team. I thought on American soil, especially with all the crazy-ass fans hurling slurs and everything else at the Europeans, I thought that we would win, but we played horrible. Scheffler was terrible. I don't think he won. I don't know if he beat Rory the final day. I can't remember if they have that match. I have no idea, but he was horrible leading up there. Keegan Bradley should have just played. He should have gone full-blown Jackie Moon. Player coach,
owner, pop scene sensation. And then currently baseball playoffs going on. We got
baseball playoffs going on.
Did the Yankees end up? Oh, look, the Red Sox tied it bottom of the 8th inning, 3-3.
Yeah. They tied it right away, like in the 6th. It's been 3-3 for a while.
So if the Red Sox can find a way here, that's what you've been doing on your phone over there.
No. I was looking at. I'm getting all the fantasy announcements on here, and I've been switching all 5 of my fantasy lineups on my phone.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yes,
priorities.
Yep.
Cubs and Padres game 3.
Yep.
Guardians Tigers game 3.
Indians.
Sorry. And then we've got if the Yankees can find a way to win this game, we'll have a game 3 there. And then Dodgers Reds tonight.
Yep.
Dodgers lead 1-0. I have a feeling that's going to be a 2-0 series sweep by the Dodgers, but we'll see. And then we'll start on Saturday. Will be round 2 regardless. That'll be round 2, all 4 games. So good time of year. We got baseball playoffs, NBA preseason's coming up soon. We've got the Spurs coming up. I saw a thing where you can get some free tickets to some Spurs games this year if you sign up for their reward system or whatever. So one of those games, though, the free tickets are in a game against China, and it's an away game. So I'm not sure how you get those free tickets.
Interesting.
But we could go visit Carl. What?
Yep.
Defect, yeah. Okay. That's all I got for the show. Make sure, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Comment below. Let us know who you like in the NFL this week. Let us know who your biggest risers and followers are in college football. Let us know how much you think Texas is going to beat Florida by this week. Probably 21.
Florida by a field goal.
Besides any of that, thanks for tuning in. Check out the College Football Show, and we'll catch you guys next time.